Have you ever noticed how some mornings you wake up feeling lighter on your feet, your mind sharper, and your heart, well, just a little more at ease? Maybe it's after a walk in the garden, or sharing a spinach omelette with a friend, laughing over old stories. Those small moments remind us that what we feed our bodies can ripple outward into our whole day. How energized we feel, how steady our blood pressure stays, even how well we sleep at night. And yet, it can be so easy to let vitamins and minerals slip through the cracks of busy schedules, especially if cooking feels like a chore or grocery trips happen on autopilot. Today, I want to invite you into a gentler approach, 5 simple, delicious ways to boost the nutrients you get straight from your plate, paired with 6 little miracles your blood vessels will thank you for. No pills, no complicated routines, just real food, real flavor, and real benefits that can help keep your blood pressure steady, your energy humming, and your outlook bright. So let's settle in, maybe pour yourself a cup of herbal tea, and explore the first 3 ways you can start nourishing yourself today. It all begins with the leafy greens that might already be hiding in your fridge. Think of baby spinach tucked into your morning smoothie, or a handful of kale massaged with a drizzle of olive oil as the base for an easy salad. These emerald powerhouses are brimming with magnesium, potassium, and calcium, the very minerals that help relax the muscles around your blood vessels. It's like giving your arteries a gentle stretch, helping them stay supple so that blood flows freely without pushing too hard against the walls. And because these greens are so versatile, you don't need to carve out extra time. Fold them into scrambled eggs, toss them into a soup, or sneak them into a stew. You'll barely notice the flavor shift, but your body will feel the difference. I remember one morning, my neighbor Joan told me how she started her day by blending frozen berries, a banana, and a big handful of spinach. She said it tasted like dessert, but afterwards she noticed her afternoon headache faded, and her pulse felt calmer. That's the magic of those leafy wonders. They quietly weave vitamins C and K into your routine, too, supporting everything from healthy bones to clear, springy skin. And when you give your blood vessels that magnesium-rich cushion, your heart doesn't have to work as hard. Now, if you're anything like me, you might love a splash of color on your plate. That's where vibrant fruits and vegetables come in. Think sweet oranges, ruby red strawberries, bell peppers in every shade, and carrots so bright they practically glow. Vitamin C is the star here, acting as an antioxidant that helps prevent damage inside your arteries. Over time, that protection can ease inflammation, keeping your vessels from becoming stiff or narrowed. Plus, vitamin C supports healthy collagen production, which contributes to strong vessel walls and smoother blood flow. Imagine this: you're slicing a juicy orange, its citrus aroma filling the kitchen, and sprinkling those segments atop a simple green salad. Or perhaps you're blending frozen cherries into yogurt for a midday snack that feels indulgent but really fortifies your body. Even adding a few slices of red pepper to your tuna sandwich can give you a quick hit of this heart-nurturing nutrient. It's this kind of practical, bite-sized trick that helps maintain your blood pressure, because when your vessels are protected from wear and tear, they're less likely to send your numbers soaring. By now, your shopping list might already be filling up, but don't tuck it away just yet, because whole grains and legumes are next on our journey. These are your slow-release energy champions, loaded with B vitamins and minerals like magnesium and potassium. When you swap out white bread for a hearty slice of whole grain loaf, or reach for brown rice instead of its polished cousin, you're giving your body the building blocks it needs for stable energy and balanced fluid levels. That, in turn, plays a key role in keeping blood pressure steady. No sudden spikes or crashes, just a gentle, consistent rhythm. I often think of my friend Harold, who swapped his afternoon white toast sandwich for a warm bowl of lentil soup. He told me that not only did it keep him feeling full longer, it also seemed to help with those days when his joints felt achy. Turns out, the magnesium in those lentils can ease tension in your blood vessels and muscles alike, so you're more comfortable all around. And it's so simple. Cook a big pot on Sunday, portion it out for the week, and you've got a nourishing lunch that doubles as a blood pressure buddy. Now that we've woven leafy greens into our breakfast, painted our plates with colorful produce, and built a foundation of whole grains and legumes, our bodies are already thanking us with a quieter heart, and steadier steps. So let's take a moment to appreciate how these first 3 ways gently lift our nutrient levels and help our blood vessels stay more elastic and at ease. Next, we'll explore 2 more delicious strategies that make it even easier to keep those minerals flowing and blood pressure humming along. So stay tuned for another helping of simple, food-based wellness. Picking up where we left off, let's add another simple habit that feels almost like a treat and yet quietly bolsters your vitamin and mineral stores every day. Picture yourself settling into your favorite chair with a handful of crunchy almonds or walnuts. These little powerhouses aren't just satisfying, they're brimming with magnesium, the mineral that helps your blood vessels relax and keeps your rhythm steady. When magnesium slips low, you might notice more muscle tension, perhaps a nagging tightness in your neck or shoulders, sometimes even that late afternoon weariness that slows you down. By reaching for a small handful of nuts and seeds, almonds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, you're giving your body a gentle nudge toward better circulation and calmer nerves. I like to keep a jar of mixed seeds on my kitchen counter, so whenever I'm chopping an apple or making a salad, I sprinkle a tablespoon over the top. If you have a sweet tooth, try stirring a spoonful of ground flaxseed into your morning oatmeal or yogurt. It adds a nutty warmth and delivers that same mineral boost. Over time, those small rituals build up, and you might find your pulse feels more even. Those tiny aches start to soften, and your overall sense of energy becomes more reliable. No more mid-morning slumps where you're reaching for caffeine just to keep going. And while we're on the topic of fats, and yes, healthy fats can be your friends, let's talk about another delicious way to bring vitamins and minerals into your routine: fatty fish and seafood. A piece of grilled salmon or sardines on whole grain toast is more than just a savory meal. It's a boatload of potassium, magnesium, and even vitamin D when you choose wild-caught varieties. Potassium acts like a natural counterbalance to sodium, helping your kidneys flush out excess water and keeping your blood pressure from creeping upward. And that vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin, works hand in glove with calcium to keep your bones strong and your vessels flexible. Imagine this: you're having guests over for lunch, and instead of the usual cold cuts, you serve a bright salad topped with flaked salmon, a squeeze of lemon, and a handful of chopped herbs. It looks festive, tastes refreshing, and your heart will thank you for the omega-3 fatty acids that ease inflammation, ensuring your arteries don't stiffen over time. Even if cooking fish feels daunting, canned wild salmon or sardines can be a pantry hero. Just drain, flake, and toss onto crackers with a thin smear of cream cheese or hummus. It's quick, it's nourishing, and it slides effortlessly into your week. Now, there's one more delightful habit to round out our 5 food-based strategies, and it's one that might surprise you because it doesn't require special ingredients or exotic shopping trips. It's simply about embracing a broader palette of colors and flavors by rotating your choices regularly. If you've ever felt stuck in a meal rut, same breakfast cereal, same dinner entree, you might be missing out on a spectrum of vitamins and minerals that only variety can deliver. Think of your week as a little rainbow. One day you reach for purple cabbage in your slaw, the next you coax golden beets into your roast, and by week's end, you've danced through oranges, reds, greens, and purples that each carry unique nutrients. When you mix things up, you inadvertently pick up minerals like selenium from Brazil nuts or manganese from pineapples. You sip up tiny traces of iodine when you add a sprinkle of seaweed to your soup. You even let your taste buds greet small doses of copper when you stir in some lentils or chickpeas. These trace elements might not make headlines, but they're the backstage crew that keeps enzymes working smoothly, immune cells alert, and your blood vessels in prime condition. I once challenged my book club friends to try one color swap each week, and within a month, they were swapping recipes, swapping smoothies, and marveling at how these little tweaks made big differences in their vitality. By weaving nuts and seeds into snacks, enjoying fatty fish for its mineral bounty, and treating your weekly menu like an artist's palette, you're coaxing a richer array of vitamins and minerals straight from your meals. No supplements required. And all the while, your blood pressure gets to benefit from calmer, more elastic vessels, balanced fluids, and reduced inflammation. As you begin to notice steadier readings on the blood pressure monitor, more restful nights, or even a newfound enjoyment in the ritual of cooking, you'll realize these habits are less about dieting and more about delighting in food's power to nourish deeply. So here we stand, having folded 4 and 5 into our tapestry of eating well: magnesium-rich nuts, potassium-packed fish, and a joyful variety of color and flavor. Each of these steps may seem small on its own, but together they form a delicious foundation for better blood pressure, improved mood, and steadier energy. Soon, in our next and final part, we'll pull these threads together, celebrating the 6 beautiful benefits that flow from your newfound habits. And I can't wait to cheer you on as you step into a healthier, more vibrant chapter of life. Isn't it wonderful to think that with a few simple mealtime tweaks, you can feel lighter in body and spirit? As you've been discovering, folding a handful of spinach into your morning eggs, dotting your plate with ruby red strawberries, choosing a hearty slice of whole grain bread, sprinkling nuts and seeds into your yogurt, and savoring tender flakes of salmon, all these small, delicious moments add up. Your plate becomes a palette of color and flavor, but more importantly, it becomes a powerful tool for nurturing your heart and blood vessels. When your arteries are fed the right nutrients, they're able to stretch and contract with ease rather than stiffen and resist. You may notice that on the days you stick to these habits, your blood pressure readings sit comfortably lower, and you're less likely to see those unwelcome spikes after meals or stressful moments. That elasticity in your vessel walls is one of the first gifts you'll feel, a gentle, steady pulse that reminds you your heart doesn't have to strain to send blood coursing through your body. Alongside that newfound suppleness, you'll experience better fluid balance. Thanks to the potassium in your fruits and vegetables, and the magnesium in your leafy greens and nuts, your body becomes more adept at flushing out excess sodium and water. This not only lightens the pressure inside your veins but can also ease swelling in your ankles and feet, so you can slip on your favorite shoes without a second thought. At the same time, those antioxidants from colorful produce are quietly doing their work, calming inflammation that might otherwise narrow your arteries over time. You remember how a joint felt stiff after a day in the garden? Now imagine that same cooling relief happening inside your vessels, keeping the pathway clear for your blood to flow freely. And because you've been grounding your meals in whole grains and legumes, you're also offering your body a slow-release source of energy. There's no jolt, no crash, just a gentle hum that carries you through morning chores, afternoon phone calls with old friends, and early evening walks around the block. When your energy is stable, your stress levels tend to dip, and stress is one of those hidden culprits that can send blood pressure creeping upward. Let's not forget the role of vitamin D and omega-3s from that flaky salmon or those tender sardines. As these healthy fats and sunshine vitamin combine with calcium from your greens, they bolster not only your bones but also the flexibility of your vessels. It's a 2-for-1 bonus: stronger structure and smoother flow. When all these benefits come together, vessel elasticity, balanced fluids, reduced inflammation, stable energy, antioxidant protection, and fortified vessel walls, you find your blood pressure naturally settling into a healthier range. Those numbers on the cuff become less of a source of worry and more of a confirmation that you're doing something right, day after day, meal after meal. Of course, the biggest benefit is how you feel each morning you wake up, more alert, more at ease, and ready to greet the day. Remember Joan, who cured her headaches with a berry spinach smoothie? Or Harold, whose afternoon slump disappeared after a bowl of lentil soup and a sprinkling of pumpkin seeds? Their stories mirror what nutrition science tells us, and what your own experience will confirm: that real food, when chosen with intention, can quietly transform your health. I'd love to hear what you discover on your own journey. Have you noticed your pulse feeling calmer after a leafy salad? Or found a new favorite snack in a handful of mixed nuts and seeds? Drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights might just inspire someone else to make their own small change. If you've enjoyed this gentle guide to boosting your vitamins and minerals, and the peace of mind that comes with steadier blood pressure, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe and tap the bell so we can keep sharing more simple, flavorful ways to support your healthiest years ahead. Here's to celebrating every bite, every heartbeat, and every moment of feeling truly well. Living your best life at any age is as simple as putting the right foods on your plate and delighting in the difference they make.